Hey guys, it's Fuse here. In this video, I wanted to go over a little tutorial on how to slam a Ford Fusion, what I'm running for suspension, and pretty much how you can slam almost any front-wheel drive vehicle. Obviously, it depends on the model, but most of them are pretty similar. So yeah, let's get right into it. So starting off, I have Godspeed Mono SS coilovers. They're just the basic, not the super lows. And yeah, we took the preload out, so there's absolutely zero preload. About an inch left to go. I could go about an inch lower, but the frame's low-key in the way, so I can't really go any lower. Next up, we have Godspeed upper control arms. It gives me about -7 to -8 degrees of camber, and they're completely maxed out, as you can see. So yeah, if you want camber, this is what you need to get. I recommend Godspeed, but pretty sure SPC also has some control arms for the Ford Fusion. So you're gonna run into a few problems when you get this low. As you can see, right here, up here, right here, and right here, they all rub. So what I did was I just took hammer, started hammering everything in, and yeah, I clear coated it, dremeled it down so it doesn't rust and whatnot. And yeah, after you do that, you should be good. So once you start going really low on these cars, the frame on top of the wheel, it starts to rub. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to take a hammer, the biggest hammer that you can find, just start hammering it in. As you can see, I've done it right here. I also tucked these speed sensor wires because it was rubbing as well. And I also tucked my windshield wiper fluid right there, you can see. And it goes through here and into there so it doesn't rub at all. So just on the coilovers and the camber arms alone, you're not gonna rub the fender that much. But once you put on spacers and you get really good fitment, you're gonna start to rub. So what I did was I just completely cut the entire fender and made the lips paper thin, and got it repainted and clear coated so it doesn't rust and whatnot. And yeah, I also took out this stud. I had to cut it because it was broken. But I took out that stud and I took out these two bolts, so I'm able to have this much room. So I'm able to turn a little bit, because without taking that out, you're literally not able to turn at all without bucking a fender. So yeah, that's what I did. Obviously, you don't have to take out these bolts, but it just makes life so much easier, especially if it's your daily like it is for mine. So up in the front, to get that perfect fitment, we're running a 2-inch spacer 5x1 4.3, and to get this to fit, you do have to cut the fender. There's no way you're going to be able to get away without cutting the fender once you put on large spacers for that good fitment. Obviously, we're still on stock wheels, so I had to throw on a spacer just for now. But once you throw on this spacer, you do have to cut this bracket, this bumper bracket. It hits the wheel whenever you turn, or literally even just going straight, it'll hit. So what I did was I just cut it out. I cut this entire piece of this bumper, so I have good clearance, and I don't really rub. The only thing that I complain about with this is that my bumper loves to fall off. Another problem that you're gonna run into when you start lowering these Ford Fusions, your frame actually hits your steering rack. So I had to cut right here. I got it just right. It's not hitting at all, but that was a big problem for me. I went through literally 2 steering racks because it just kept on freezing up. It's an electric steering rack. So yeah, if you cut that boot and it starts raining or if it starts snowing and you don't have the frame cut, then your steering rack is literally just gonna break itself. So yeah, make sure once you get low on these cars, you cut your frame. It's not that hard. I just took a Dremel to it and cut it a little bit. So for the motor, I'm still actually on stock height, but it is a priority on my list for sure, to raise both the motor and the transmission. As you can see right there, it is scraping a little bit, and I have gone through an oil pan before. So I say you should definitely get it done if you're going to lower your car. And to add on to that, raising the motor really helps with axle bind, as on these front-wheel drive vehicles, axle bind is definitely a common occurrence when you lower it. So raising the motor will definitely help with that. But if you do not raise the motor, what I'd say is go to AutoZone and get an axle from them. They sell lifetime warranties and they always come through. So I'm able to get an axle for free now anytime that I break mine. In the rear, we're still running the Godspeed setup. We have Godspeed springs and struts, and we also have a Cedar rear sway bar. It doesn't really do much for ride height, but it does make the car handle a lot better. It's a noticeable difference. Also, we have the stock camber arms adjusted all the way, so it's about -6 degrees in the rear. We do not have spacers in the rear. It's just on stock fitment. But yeah, we have a divorce spring setup. We have no adjustability. This is just the spring. If you take the Godspeed spring they give you and just take everything out, it'll drop you like this. I didn't really have to do much work with the rear. There was no rubbing, no anything like that. In the rear, I'm still running the stock fuel tank location. You can see right here that it actually is dented, so I do need to get a fuel cell soon. But I really have not had that many problems with the fuel cell hitting the ground and whatnot. Obviously, it's gonna scrape a little bit. I have broken one fuel cell, but it wasn't because the car scraped it. It's because fucking pot blew it up. So yeah, stock fuel cell. So for wheel and tire specs, we have the stock hubcaps and stock rims all around, with the front having Yokohama GTXs wrapped in 215 55 R17s, and in the front we have plus 73mm offset spacers, or plus 2 inches. It makes the fitment damn near perfect. But obviously, if you're trying to run these spacers, I recommend getting smaller sidewalls because I do have problems rubbing. So in the rear, we are still running the stock rims and hubcaps as well, and these are wrapped in Road Hugger DTPs, 225 50 R17s. I have no problems rubbing with these in the rear. I could actually probably go a little bit lower and I still wouldn't have any problems, and it gives me that perfect fitment. I would recommend getting maybe like a half-inch spacer in the rear, but I'm running stock fitment, no spacers, and it does look pretty good. But yeah, in the future I'll probably end up copying some spacers because I feel like it'll make the fitment just that much better. That'll be it for this video, guys. Just wanted to give y'all an overview of my suspension and what I did to stance out my front wheel drive vehicle. Hopefully some of what I said has helped you guys with your own vehicles. And for the next video, I plan on raising the motor, so stay tuned for that, and thank you.